If we always say the love ain't here and we can't do it because of this, it'll never be this.
But people here won't support their own people to even get them to that stage in life. The only problem here is support, bro.
Even people here, that make it in the game industry and all that, they leave, they don't come back.
You know what's crazy? I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
I am.
I'm gonna be honest. You tell me why I'm not mad? Because if I made it, I'm gonna leave too. You wanna know why? Because I'm not gonna let nobody see me, bro. Because a dude do that to you, just because it don't even be about. I would give back. Don't get me wrong. I would try to do something for the kids, man.
Right.
As far as other people, it ain't really my problem. But for the kids, I would try because the kids don't really have nothing no more. Right. So I would try to do something for them.
We need to come together. If we all came under the umbrella and had one message and one voice to understand that, it will work. But the fact that we're pitted against each other.
In a perfect world, listen to me. I'm gonna tell you something. Look, and I'm being 100. I'm in prison, right? Mm-hmm. I try to keep everybody collectively as a whole, but most everybody Muslim. I don't care where you're from.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're from Pleasantville, Lang City, it don't matter to me. Mm-hmm. Try to keep everybody together. For the most part, it'll work, right? Mm-hmm. But soon people come home,
back on the street,
it ain't that no more, right?
Yeah.
So things are too far now. 2019, right? That's what year it is. Mm-hmm. Things is too far to really try to do that. Now, the reason why I want to bring everybody under one umbrella, like I said, now you got his hate, he got your hate. It's just too messy. I'm telling you, listen, trust me. Listen, I don't have nothing against nobody. I don't really. If I rock with something, I rock with something, and I support it. But what I'm telling you is the mind of a petty person.
Yeah,
that's what you have.
Yeah,
that's what you have here.
But so what you so how do you what do you feel is the solution?
There's no solution. It's too far.
So you say it's too far going.
Listen. Marty Smalls asked me this. My cousin Farid asked me this in 2000 and I want to say 13, somewhere around there. He was running from Mary. Asked me what could bring a solution to this. Nothing. It was too far. Everything's too far. It's too many things that happen, yo.
Niggas like you that got niggas with you, y'all don't feel like it's hope.
Nah, it's not that.
Yeah.
Bringing me on board is gonna bring a lot of hate. Like, oh nah, I don't mess with dude. So that's gonna really shut, bruh. It's just too far. Things are just too far now.
You can't think that your past is gonna hold you back from creating a better future. You got kids?
Yeah,
you should want. So you should want to knock down that wall even harder.
This is what I'm doing. I don't want my kids growing up down here, bro. I don't want my kids seeing this.
So time out. So what you gonna do? Where you gonna want to move to?
They are one of them already. Listen, it don't matter where they move to. I don't want them to this. I'm just being 100.
But this is not just our community.
Man,
this
I'm not
is the black culture.
Like, I'm not saying it is. Where I live at now, oh, they good. I'm being 100 with you. Ain't nothing shooting and none of that stuff. I'm cool with that. I want my kids going up how I did. I'm not with that. I feel as though I've been through enough for my kids. For me, I do enough for me. My kids to grow up different than I did. That's just what it is. This place is messed up, man. It's just messed up. But like I said, I don't feel as though it's gonna turn it around. If they can turn it around, then my hat's off. But it's nothing you can do. It's just too far gone, man. I want to see somebody from here make it big. I don't care what it is. I don't care. That's why I be so big on the kids that be going to high school, like playing ball and stuff like that. I be big on that because, like, man, you gotta get up out of here. This ain't what it is. The game ain't what it is. None of that. That's just how I feel. If now Nipsey, like when you go back to Nipsey, that that place over there is huge, bro.
Yeah.
It's huge. So the support is going to be way different. Nobody sticks together over there. Nobody. Not even people that's friends.
The support, but that's what I'm saying. The support over there wasn't always like that. That's what I'm saying.
Man, the support over there always been like that. You crazy? Are you
County, bro?
What's wrong with you?
The niggas was bribing the floor blocks.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you, man? What is wrong with you?
Yo, California?
He don't know.
Are you crazy? Bro,
He's from Galloway. You don't know nothing.
First off, I'm talking about There's plenty of documentaries that show you in Crenshaw, Compton, all that, that they be beefing over 4-block radius. Worse than the north and the south of Pleasantville, my niggas. Like, y'all get there, tell me.
Your brain is thinking on small
industry.
I'm gonna answer all your questions. Right? Your whole argument.
All the questions? All
the argument. Right? The reason why there's no support here is because there's no culture here. That's the only reason.
That's true. That's
okay?
True.
Hold on, bro.
Because we don't own shit here. In other areas, there's culture. So like if you go to Philly, huh? I got it. You hear me?
Oh yeah.
No, what I'm saying, if you go to Philly, if you go to New York, go to LA, there's more black people in those areas. Mm-hmm. Number one, this area doesn't even have 1 million black people compared to Philadelphia, where there's like almost 2 million black people just in Philadelphia. That's a demographic. So here, we don't have things that would make you allegiant to here. So we don't have sports teams. We don't have, we don't have like art museums. We don't have nightclubs. We don't have, like, we used to have those things back in the day, but we don't have that anymore, but because of the casino.
Right.
So there's nothing really to be allegiant to, and that's why you see people here, they either New York or they Philly.
Right.
Like, even with their sports teams or their interests, that's a bad thing. That got to change. But that doesn't mean that you can't develop those things. You definitely could. Like, you could support them. The nature of capitalism is for people to compete against each other. So that's not even a white or black thing. That's just how the world that we live in is. Slavery doesn't make that any better, because in slavery they pitted people against each other.
Right.
So now, if you live in an environment that's like of poverty, you out to get yours, and you're going to end up shitting on other people. That's just how it goes.
Let me ask you a question. You from this area?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
As the years went on, it got much worse, right?
Oh yeah.
Because
I think I'm pretty much older than all of y'all. And the thing is that when he was saying earlier, the support, like even when we were younger, when the kids that we looked up to, that was in grades higher than me, that I looked up to, they left here, became lawyers. They never came back. They never came back to give back to the community of the kids that looked up to them.
Exactly.
So when you say that there's no support, the parents today, what they try to do is get their kids out of here, just like him. Because when the kids leave here, they do better. And they don't want them to come back here. I grew up in the village. I don't live in Atlantic City anymore. And I grew up in Stanley Home. And I tell people it used to be grass. They cried in it. Okay, they cried. You didn't walk on the grass. Okay, and the parents. But when the drugs came in, and the parents got hooked, and the grandparents left, the younger kids got pregnant, they left the kids in those apartments with those kids, and they didn't know how to raise them. And this is what you got in Atlantic City. I've always said that. Because I had a young girl the other day, I was in Walmart yesterday. Young girl come in there looking for a pair of stockings. But she didn't call them stockings. She wanted the ones that came all the way up. And it just kind of touched me, because I grew up learning about the, knee highs, pantyhose, different things like that. But what amazed me was, and I thanked her for asking, I had to show her how to figure out what would be right for her color tone. And she's a young girl. And I'm like, wow. Me and the other lady was like, we learned that growing up. These kids aren't learning anything. But that's the problem. The question that you ask is what the problem is. The adults. I see them walking. I'm a driver. I see them walking with their kids, little kids. They're so busy on their phone, they don't see their kids stepping off on the sidewalk. We took pride in our babies. Our babies was everything. These little kids, it's sad. But all they got to do is get off the phone, get off of social media, and teach their kids.
You got some strong community leaders down there, man.
Yeah, you do.
They just feel like,
What's the
I'm
use?
talking, exactly.
What's the sense?
When all this is going on, they just feel like, what am I even doing it for?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying to you? So, like,
who you think's a strong community leader?
I was about to ask.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying,
like personally,
there's a lot of them,
like
yes.
the one person that raised me, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's thorough, man. He's an intelligent man. You know what I'm saying? My stepfather. Like,
Okay.
When they do like stuff like train yourself for the little warrant and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, he always got some informative information. You know, one man can try to change much they can. You bring everybody together. Maybe it could be a difference, but then again, kids don't respect their elders no more, bro.
No, they don't.
They don't, but they don't do that because when I was growing up,
There's no buts in that.
it is
What's
because
the but?
It's not a but in that.
Here's the but. Here's the but. When I was growing up, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, we had shut up, CJ. 6th, 7th, 8th grade, we had stuff like building one generation, which was Mr. Washington and Mr. Mack. They was teaching niggas how to be chivalrous, how to act when you're on job interviews, how to respect authority, like all those little things.
How old are you again?
I'm 26.
You're 26.
Listen. They'll have stuff like that now, and nobody will show up.
Nope.
Exactly, man. So listen, you got to listen. I appreciate.
Hold
I
on,
appreciate how
hold on.
stuck you are.
Time out.
That's what I'm telling you.
Time out. You can't. This is.
When you lose respect for your elders, bro, you lose everything.
You're 100% right. But time out. You can't do stuff with the intent to always impact the masses. If you reach one person, you're affecting a generation because that one person can be the voice.
That's true.
Yeah, I heard what you said.
Nobody will show up. So how can you impact one person? Nobody will show up.
You mean to tell me if we did something like that, not one black young boy will come out? I can tell you right now. I can tell you right now. I got 5 that will show up for sure.
Hold on.
You got to come here for you. So if he doing
And that's my point.
for you, so you doing it.
I'm not just
We gonna
talking
say
about
as a whole, not even just black as a whole. Everybody from this community. You know what I mean?
You could get 2 dudes. He could get 2 dudes. CJ can get 2 dudes. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it takes niggas with the voice and niggas with the stain.
Check this out, right? When CJ, when you did that, when you had a couple guys come in and speak, right?
That money, John?
Mm-hmm. Right. So, for instance, right? I had 10 guys say they was coming. Not one showed. Not one.
Mm-hmm.
All CJ clients showed up. Nobody extra. All so you had the other guys, they promoted the drink. The 2 guys speaking, they promoted the drink. All CJ clients showed up. Now I think not one outside person.
No, we had outside people.
Like who? Name like maybe 2.
There was a few people that came that I didn't even know who they was.
How many times did I do it?
We did one.
Did it once? Okay.
We're gonna do it again.
We did the same thing at my church. The first year, 5 people came. Next year, had more people. This year, it was packed. It was like 60, 70 people. So, like, of course, when the first time you do something, you're not gonna have maximum support.
I wish it could change, man, because this place used to be nice. Back in the day, it used to be nice, but things just got too far.
There's nothing here. That's the problem.
Absolutely.
There's nothing here.
But
The casino.
Do y'all want to see white people come in and take our town?
They've been doing it.
It's over.
You know what the funniest thing
They
is?
really about to take
Atlantic City.
They ain't done yet.
But you know, Atlantic City was always a resort, a summer resort. It was never a round the year resort, and that's when people come in the summer. That's it.
For us that live here all year round,
Yeah.
we should come together and put things together so we can have stuff. We can have things. But you can't do it here.
Man, listen, there's just no respect, bro.
Yeah, you can't do it here.
You can't have nothing built or nothing if there ain't no respect there. You know what I'm saying? That goes with anything in life. Relationships, friendships, any business situation, you must have some kind of respect, right?
100%.
Listen, man. Listen, bro. Listen, I'm being out, yo, bro. Young people do not respect their elders.
Yes, everywhere. That's the whole country.
No, I'm not saying just here. I'm saying all period in life, in the world.
But hold up, you know why though? Because you.
Out of the house, or-
No, it's not that. People,
yes, it is.
Can I? Well, let me talk. Right? It's not. People don't have households. Right.
That's true.
So look, most people you know, right? People my age, right, and your age, is already grandparents. right? So that means your children. So your children at 18 and 19 and 17 and 16, they're having children. They're not married, so there's no household. So they're not teaching the same values that you were taught because you're not. Even if you grew up in a house with just your mother, right? At least you was in a house with just your mother. She was teaching you. They don't. It's not the same thing. Or you might have had your mother and your grandmother, but if your mother is 17 years old and the grandmother is 30, 34, and they both hoes, then how they going to teach?
Nah, that's really what our generation is.
that's the reality. So I mean, you can't. I'm not saying, you know, like you can't fix it. You can't point the finger at people and be like, yo, man, you don't got no respect. Like, nah, the whole culture is screwed up, and you got to find ways to fix the whole thing. You got to address the real root of the issue, and that's just what our community. I mean, not our community, but our whole culture is in.
Like I said, take phones out of their hands.
Right now.
Have the conversation like you're having now. People talk to one another. Wait a minute, hold on. I'm just saying, they need to speak with each other. Everybody's texting. You can sit in the same room and they rather text you than just open up their mouths and speak. I don't understand that.
You don't understand it because you're not trying to understand.
When people text me, I call you.
You're not trying to understand. See, the difference is, right? You might not like it. Like, I don't like that. However, that's what the world is now. So,
you're talking about
let me finish. Can I finish? I'll let you finish. Right? So, at the end of the day, if you have a situation where if like for me, right? At one point, we used to sit in this barbershop and wait for customers to come. That doesn't happen no more. Now people are looking at their phone. So we have to market to people on their phone to get them to come in here. You understand what I'm saying? You have to parent the same way. You just have to change your approach, and that might change.
No, 100%.
Yeah, everybody here is not bad.
So bang, so now you get somebody in this community to go out like, yo, they're gonna be that woke person they say, and then you get somebody like, man, that nigga corny, man, he whack. I ain't gonna listen to that nigga. Off rip. First on Facebook, like, yo, you might listen to that nigga.
What you and everything you do, you gonna have that. You got that. Do you worry about that, or do you worry about the ones you follow you?
But I was saying, once one person say that on Facebook, oh yeah, you know, you right. You know, continue to follow, continue to follow. So go ahead, be that guy. So I'm saying you what?
I hate this nigga.
Like, yo, I just seen the post this morning, right? My man said, yo, that word family is overrated. I said, damn, that's deep.
Nah, man, listen, man, yo, I'm not telling you not to, if you trying to make something happen, if I was you, I mean, do it, man. Like you said, you got the church community with you, just do it, man, and just keep pushing for it. I'm just saying, me personally, I'm just passive. Everything I know and I love, I lost. You know what I mean? So
I get that.
for me, I'm just over it.